Peace, infinite waters diving deep once again. We are out here in the heart of nature, baby. We got the birds up there. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. And up there. How to be highly awake without feeling lost. Like, did you watch a documentary that now you're like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life? Or maybe you changed your diet and all of a sudden you're starting to see things in a totally different way. Or maybe you spoke to someone, they told you something, and now going back to society is a little bit hard. Why? Because we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? So I'm going to share with you what's helped me along my journey. Be highly awake without feeling lost. A lot of people ask, Ralph, you're always there for people. Who's there for you? That's a good question. Well, there are so many people I'm connecting with on this channel, right? A lot of people on this channel who are diving deep, and a lot of the subjects I talk of are off the wall. So I've created a whole community while being highly awake, but also connecting with millions of people. So I never feel alone. Plus, I got the cat down the road. Okay, let me go through 10 simple steps that helped me along my journey to be highly awake without feeling lost. The first step is this. Never, ever overwhelm yourself with information. That's what a lot of people do. They go deep down the rabbit hole. Now, you might be an indigo, a crystal, whatever you want to call yourself these days. An infinite being, I have no idea what you call yourself these days, right? But you're probably starting to realize the world is nothing what it seems. It's not what it seems. It's not what it appears. Most of our lives we've been lied to. Don't worry about it. Okay. So you're diving deep. You're going down the rabbit hole. But you see, when I dive deep, I'm never overwhelming myself with information. I do it a step by step. Little bit of this, little bit of that, every single day. And that's why I've always got energy, because I never overdo it. Are you overdoing it right now? Are you like reading like thousands of books, trying to figure out who really created the world? Goodness gracious. That's why it's not fun. You see, 3 things happen when you start to awaken. You either say this, wow, that's good. Or, oh, or no. So which one of these are you? Are you like, wow, oh, no? So I used to be like, no, because I was overwhelming myself with information, not being able to digest it properly. Then it went from, oh, wow. Whoa, you see, wow. Like, oh, wow. Like, then it went to wow. Because I started to realize that being highly awake is a gift, but it only comes when you don't overwhelm yourself with the gift, okay? One step at a time, digest the information really slowly. Now, let me talk about the second step that helped me along my journey to be highly awake without feeling lost was to study everything. That's great. Read. But study yourself first, because you are the greatest book alive. Slow motion this side. And that's what's helped me along my journey. Like, I read these days, but not like I used to. Why? Because I realize the true information comes when you start reconnecting back to your true authenticity. And you don't need a book for that. Right? There are so many things we've got to learn about ourselves. And a lot of people haven't even started yet because you're too busy, well, watching something you shouldn't. What is that? Nobody knows, right? So study everything, but study yourself first. The third step, which helped me along my journey, was this, that, you see, a lot of us, we don't realize that our 9 to 5, what is your 9 to 5, whatever it is, maybe you have a job, maybe you don't, but ask yourself, is it helping you in the awakening process? Now, along my early journey, my job wasn't. In fact, it was part of the problem. right? And a lot of people feel alone, they feel lost because they know they're not in the right job. Like they have so much information about how the world works and they're diving deep, going deep down the rabbit hole. And yet in their job, they're like, yeah, acting like everything is so gravy when it's totally not. So I started to say, oh my gosh, I'm having some major cognitive dissonance here. Cognitive dissonance, by the way, is when you know something, but you still do it anyway, right? So I used to like know about the rat race and still be in the rat race. Cognitive dissonance. Didn't make sense until I said, actually, enough is enough. Let me go into nature. Then I was like, oh, no, where did everybody go? Because everybody's rushing to work right now. So I started to realize this secret, that if we go on to the fourth step of being highly awake without feeling lost, I started to realize when I was in nature, I got so many different ideas of how to live in a better planet and how I could become my greatest version. I just started to broadcast my message. And I said this, I went like, peace. I was like, where the hell did that come from? But it felt good. And I just ran with it. Next day, I was like, peace. I started to share my message with the world. And all of a sudden, there are so many deep divers out there. You see, so I don't feel lost. I got support all around me, baby. And it feels fantastic. Can I get a hello there? But there are a lot of people who know a lot of stuff, who have a lot of wisdom, but they don't want to share anything. You see, what's helped this channel grow so quickly and what keeps me going is because I'm always sharing and people are always giving me their own insights too, only because I'm broadcasting a message. Now, you don't have to make videos. You can write. You don't even have to write, to be honest. But what is important is that you start speaking what you are really feeling. Stop hiding and stop. No more of that. Because if you zip it, you're going to have to live with it. If you get it out there, you get it off your chest and it feels great. Then you meet your reflections on the way. How cool is that? Make awakening part of your job. Broadcast your message. That's number 4. What's number 5? What is number 5? Okay. What helped me along my journey was this. 7-Day Vegan Challenge is growing so crazy right now. I see pictures on Snapchat of pineapples, papaya. I'm starting to think people are just like, want to make me feel really hungry during the day, right? Lots of great food on there. People send me. Now, I went to the Veg Fest. A lot of people saw the video I did on that. And I just met so many people who were highly awake. And I didn't feel lost at all. I felt right at home. People who were there know I was just there and we were having fun talking. And it was amazing to see so many people come together in one area and talk about strawberries, right? Talk about what they love to eat. I was like, this must be heaven. Okay, and a lot of us, we don't go to fruit festivals, right? We don't go to fruit festivals. We don't go to food festivals. Like we're just in our room and we're just making food or we're just eating. No, start going to like farmers market, your local farmers market, like see who's around there, right? And then just start engaging in conversation. Once you engage in conversation to them, then everything is all dandy, baby, right? But we don't want to do that. But do it, and then you won't feel alone, right? People come together through food. Slow motion this side. Right? The reason why I always say 7-Day Vegan Challenge, it's not about putting myself in a box with a label. It's because I'm sending a message to people who are on a similar journey. And the awakening process for me started with the food. A lot of people say, okay, once I changed my diet and became a vegan or just ate more of a plant-based diet, I started to get more insights. My third eye started to open. I started to feel happier, more energetic, and didn't complain so much. Well, isn't that something? Let's celebrate, baby. Yippee! What's number 6? How to be highly awake without feeling lost. Now, we are all lost. I'm lost a lot of the times, and that's fine. That's okay. Look, I realized along my early journey, I didn't distance myself from people who weren't good for me. Like a lot of us, we surround ourselves with people who don't want to hear you talking about crystals. They don't want to hear you talking about amethyst. You dissing amethyst right now. Yeah, they are. And you're not doing anything about it. You are tolerated. You are tolerating that stuff, right? Go where you are celebrated, not where you are tolerated. Okay? And stop tolerating it. Like, if people are laughing at your crazy ideas, then chances are these aren't real friends. These aren't people you want to hang around, right? And that's what I realized. I was around people and I was scared to talk about different subjects because I talk about all kinds of crazy stuff. Who would accept that from me? It's hard. Let's talk about number 7, right? Surround yourself with people who encourage your behavior, who encourage when you start talking about crystals and stuff, they're like supporting. Yeah, keep talking about it. Yeah, they get excited when you talk about Reiki, when you talk about where the world is going, right? Who love when you share on Instagram and all of these sites. Like, be around those people who support you doing that, right? And sometimes what happens is that we're usually born into a family where we are the only one who's awake, right? It happened to me along my journey. Everybody was like different, right? I was like the odd one out, right? Almost like a shoe. No, like a sock, which is a different color, right? I was like that sock, right? And it was hard. It was hard, right? Because it's like, I was trying to tell my family, like, okay, I want to become a vegan. And they were like, huh? Well, they were like supporting me, but they're like, where are you going to get your protein? And I'm like, don't worry, chia's around, right? Don't worry about it. Chia seeds, one of the greatest sources of protein, baby. Right? So I was trying to convince them to get them to see the world like how I saw it, not realizing that was a total wrong thing to do. What I had to learn the hard way is that the truth can't be told, it has to be realized. Slow motion this side. So I started to realize that, okay, all I've got to do is just start sharing my experience, and I'm going to find my other family. And I still love my family, but I'm going to find the family who's as crazy as me and diving deep. And that's what we've created on Infinite Waters, baby. Who's coming to the skinny dipping party next week? Put your hand up. Okay. That's a lot of people. What's number 8? How to be highly awake without feeling lost. Now, a lot of people write to me saying that they're living in 2 worlds right now, right? And it's tough because I was in the work world, then I was like awakening to part of the matrix, and it was really difficult because I was living in 2 worlds. Then I realized the reason for that was because I was taking myself way too seriously. You see, to never feel lost and be highly awake, you got to have a great sense of humor. You got to realize this is all a game. And the moment I realized that, I said, what the hell am I doing in work? Right? Because in that environment, I was only attracting people who were like in that mindset of just doing the same boring routine every single day. Then I started to laugh about it and say, actually, look, it's not like any of us are going to get out of here alive. So do whatever you want, baby. And that's what I did. I came to nature, and all of a sudden, the moment I started to share, people were just coming out of the woodwork. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. And these were like people I could have swear I've seen before, maybe in a past life or something. And we just had a great time together, right? So have a sense of humor. A lot of people, even who are highly awake, they're so serious all the time. They're like, yes, this, that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's just not that serious. In fact, when I stopped taking myself so seriously, that's when great things started to happen. Check this out. We just do that every now and again. What's the 9th way to be highly awake without feeling lost, right? This is what's helped me along my journey. Now, when I first started along this journey of awakening, becoming my greatest version, awakening to the truth of the world, I was just so focused on this current system and saying, I don't like it, 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 till I lost my voice and realized that wouldn't work. So instead of that, I just said, I'm just going to promote what I love. I'm just going to talk about what I love and have fun when I'm doing it. You see, to be highly awake and never feel lost, you got to have fun. Because you see, fun will attract more fun to you through people, through cats, through dogs, right? People just come around you when you're having a great time. Guess what? We all love to have a great time. So ask yourself, in my life right now, how can I have more fun? Because when you are having more fun, you will attract better people along your journey. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Too serious? Ain't nobody got time for that. Really fun? We have got time for that. And what's number 10? To be highly awake and never feel lost. This is what's helped me along my journey. Realize that you don't know everything. There is still more to learn, right? Get off your high horse. That's what I always do. And that's why I always say, like, I am an eternal student. People say, Ralph, you know so much. I say, we ain't even had breakfast yet. There is still so much to learn. And through that, you start to say, okay, because there is so much more to learn, I'm going to listen more to different people. I'm also going to start saying, what have I got to lose? Right? Because it's not like I know everything, so I might as well share whatever I do know. The little that I do know could make an impact on someone's life. You see, we often just want to say to ourselves, well, what can I do? I'm just one person. What can I do? No, you can do so much because it's one candle that can light 1,000. Yeah, talk, Ralph. It's one person that can move a mountain. Really? Kind of. Look, never underestimate the power that you have. And also, always realize that you are still growing. And in being lost, there's nothing wrong with being lost because that's sometimes how you get found. But when we always say, I know everything, then we lose the excitement to share. Do you get my drift? You get it, right? When you say, I know nothing, then you get a hunger to share, to dive deeper. And by diving deeper, you meet more people. And then what happens, Ralph? It feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? There. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Have a beautiful day. We're out here. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana. Infinite waters. Diving deep. Once again, stay well. Stay healthy. Peace. You!